I just look lovely in this bright red light? Oh my gosh. I'm at a stop right now, so thought I would have a moment to say good morning. I was running late this morning. It has been so hard for me to get out of bed, but I'm feeling good. I had my coffee. It's 7:20 right now. I'm really close to school. I'm just waiting to get through this stop sign that takes forever because the people that are turning left. But yes, there's stuff in my car that I did not move because I had to take it out of my apartment yesterday, but we didn't want to move it inside yet because it was pouring down rain. So yes, I will talk to you guys later. We made it through Monday and I'm feeling good. I am giving my area and perimeter test tomorrow and also my multiplication quizzes. So right now I'm taking the time to set those up for my kids because they're all on different numbers. So this is like an old copy from one of the veteran 4th grade teachers. I mean, she's not really veteran, but she's been here longer than me. And this is just the mixed. So they go all the way up to 12s. And once they pass all of them, we do 2 different mixed sets. And then we move into division. So I have all my copies printed here and I have to go through my checklists and put the kids' names on it so they're ready to go for tomorrow. I was just meeting with the other math and science teachers and we were talking about our animal adaptations unit. So we were planning all that out. We were talking about our test. There's a question we were a little iffy about, but I'm just going to go ahead and change it. My multiplication quizzes are ready. I submitted my AB honor roll. I got a message on my phone. It's 5 o'clock and I need to head out because I told my boyfriend I was going to be home an hour ago. I have a lot of area and perimeter stuff I'm going to go ahead and take out of the bin that I'm taking home. I just have to take home and grade morning work. And that's it. I don't have to get any plans together for tomorrow except I just have to look over science, but we're starting our research for our animal adaptations paper. That will be fine. Last year I did this whole note card little vest thing to store all their notes. I don't think I'm going to do that this year just because the note cards get lost and things, so I'm just going to have them keep their notes in their notebooks. It's not my favorite thing to do, and it will save some time because last year we had a ton of time in class. I had an hour and a half for science. This year I only have 55 minutes, so it's a little bit different. I'm going to head out. Sorry today's vlog wasn't really interesting, but just clerical stuff going on, and I'm gonna head home. I will see you guys tomorrow.
Cause baby, now we got bad blood. You know it used to be mad love. So take a look what you've done. Cause baby, now we got bad blood. Hey!
Good morning. I'm currently waiting for my car to defrost and stuff because it snowed last night. It's also 8:30. We had a 2-hour delay. I mean, great, I love it. We had no idea it was supposed to snow. I don't think we saw any snow in the forecast. I had a phone call this morning and it's like, you have a 2-hour delay. And I texted all my team and I'm like, is this real? I'm like, what? And then I looked outside and I'm like, yep, there's snow. We got a little dusting, but you know, we weren't prepared for it, but also North Carolina's never prepared for it. So 2-hour delay, pretty nice. Never had one real full week in January for me. Interesting. So that means we don't have science today, which is frustrating, but it's okay. I also didn't have gas and I was worried, but my light hasn't come on yet, so I'm okay. I'm going to head to school now and I have to print out the bubble sheets for my kids' test today, and so that it's going to be an easy day because that's really all we're going to have to do. We have our benchmark on Friday and I'll show you when I get to school or after school. There's topics we haven't covered yet that are going to be on it. So I love Google Classroom. It's literally a lifesaver. I posted 2 videos on there from Math Antics. I'll post them down below. It's I just searched triangle videos or the standard for MD4G2 or whatever it is, and it's great because as the guy is explaining it, first of all, he's so funny. The kids are going to love it, and it shows arrows and points to everything and diagrams, and it's just great, and I think it's going to be really helpful. So I have an angle video which goes over like parallel, perpendicular, obtuse, all the angles and lines, which is awesome. And then I have a triangle video after that because there's going to be some of that on it, and we have not covered any of that yet, so I want to expose them to it, and then the ones that catch on really quickly will be able to handle those questions. So I'm hoping that will boost the kids' score somehow, but we'll see, and I'll let you know because I don't know if the other 4th grade teachers have exposed them or anything, so it'll be interesting to see how our scores compare. But yes, I'm gonna head to school and I'll see you guys when I get there. All right, so I am at school. Yes, I still have my doorbell stuck onto here. I'm totally going to get the hand sanitizer thing because this is gonna fall off eventually. I am pulling up Mastery Connect right now. It's the program that we use for our tests. I need to print my bubble sheets for my kids. Our class rosters are already on there, so the bubble sheet prints out with their name already on it and their special code. I think it's their student ID. And so I just hold it up to the camera. I've showed you guys before in previous vlogs. It's a subscription or program that my school purchased this year. See, I know I've lost weight when I can put my camera here and not worry about double chin, so that's nice. I mean, you can kind of see it on the side, but you used to be able to see it in the straight view. I'm so happy I got to eat breakfast this morning. I've really been loving making potatoes lately. Like, that was never a thing I did before, but it's so easy to just chop them up, salt and pepper, put them in the oven. That's it. It's healthy, so why not? I'm gonna do this and then I will touch base with you guys. Purchase this on Teachers Pay Teachers. It's a fraction passport. So every time they pass an exit ticket, they get a sticker for that fraction topic. It's from Upper Elementary Adventures. I follow her on Instagram, so saw that. So yeah, I'm just looking at this to see how I could put it together because we are starting fractions tomorrow. Hey guys, ignore my hair. It is wild right now. Today was interesting with this 2-hour delay randomly. The morning was so nice. We got started on our test right away, but my kids struggled. Oh my goodness. This is a hard, rigorous test, which is good that we gave it now because our benchmark is on Friday and those questions are difficult. So I have a lot of kids who aren't done. I'm not taking up class time for it. They're going to finish it in computer lab tomorrow because it's our enrichment day, so that's kind of like their study hall time. And right now I have a ton of copies made for science and different things, and I'm going to put together the fraction passport so I can put a copy in my box. So my parent volunteer, she's kind of like a grandma volunteer, grandparent volunteer, can make them for my kids. That's what I'm gonna do right now. It's already 5 o'clock because I just met with the other 2 math teachers for like an hour talking about this test and what we were actually going to do with it since so many kids did not finish. I have all of my kids' sticky notes for their top 3 new job choices. Don't know when I'm gonna get to that. Maybe I'll come in early tomorrow. That's not something that I actually have to do, but you know, it makes school more fun when you change up your jobs. My hair, I had car duty today and look at that. The wind, it's so cold and the wind makes it dry and it like knots together. So that's what's going on here. Okay, so I put the little book together and I put the pages in the order that we will be covering everything, and this is great because we won't need this until we start adding fractions, which won't be until next week. So that is all ready to go. So what I do for my drawer is for the volunteer I have. I put a little sticky note, and here's the master copies, and I just put that in my drawer. It'll be ready to go. And then I just need 55 copies of these on yellow construction paper. These are the stickers that the students will get once they pass the skill. The pack from Teachers Pay Teachers comes with all of the same one on one page, but I think it's just going to be so much easier to make one copy of this for each kid, and then I'll let them know when they could cut it out and glue it in. That's how we're going to do it. Good morning, guys. I was planning on vlogging after school today. I mean, yesterday. But I didn't. I went to my boyfriend's Nana's house and we had a little party for his aunt. And then he had, oh gosh, okay. I hit my windshield wipers. He has to get his wisdom teeth pulled, so he was in a ton of pain last night. And he went to the dentist yesterday and they gave him like hydrocodone or whatever it's called, and that wasn't even working. Like, it worked in the middle of the day, but at night it was awful. And like, I was trying to help him and I didn't know what to do. I thought I was gonna have to take him to the hospital. It was bad. So I was working really late after that, but yeah, I'm on my way to school. Thankfully it's Wednesday, so it's my 3-hour planning time. Hopefully it goes well. Starting fractions today, doing a chocolate bar activity with fake chocolate because I didn't want to buy the real stuff. We'll see how it goes. I'll see you there. Hey guys, my hair has definitely fallen since this morning. I've spent the afternoon contacting a few parents and making a few phone calls because I had some interesting behaviors today. So the kids are usually pretty out of sorts on Wednesdays because of enrichment. They're switching classes constantly, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, going through all their specials. So Wednesdays are never very fun. And they're in here for a shorter amount of time, and it's mostly trying to get them to calm down instead of a lot of teaching. So I am getting better at parent phone calls though. As a newer teacher, it's something, and as someone who grew up in the generation where phone calls weren't really like the thing, it used to make me anxious. But I mean, I know what I know. I can share what's going on in the classroom, and hopefully that would help the parent share the suggestions I have. They can tell me information I need to know. So it was a pretty good phone call. I'm proud of myself. My grandparent volunteer made me my copies for my passport stickers. She's working on the books, and so I'm going to go ahead and put those in the Tuesday drawer. And I have to take some things home tonight to see what I'm going to do tomorrow. We started fractions, did a little bit of a review and decomposing today, and we are going to continue that tomorrow. I gotta go get my oil changed, so I'm gonna just pack things up and head home and hopefully vlog when I get home because I'll be doing some schoolwork. Good morning, guys. It is a little bit earlier than I've usually been getting out. It's not even 7 yet, so I'm going to try to head to school because I have some things to print for my lesson today. It has been a long week because it's been my first full week back. For real. Not for real, actually, because we had a delay on Tuesday. But I gotta go. It's been hard to get up. We're almost done. I had a BT meeting after school today. That's just beginning teachers. This is only my second year teaching. So in North Carolina, we have a 3-year program. We have monthly meetings. We also have weekly meetings with our mentors. It's really helpful. So our meeting this week or this month was on guided reading or reading centers, stations, type things, which was pretty insightful for my math centers as well. Just hearing it from a different person and a different perspective, even though it was a different subject, I got ideas on how to implement them in the future, like when I start out gradually working through them. So I'm excited to try that stuff next year in math and possibly reading, depending on where I end up. We get a survey where we get to request the grade that we want to be in. Usually people stay, but you know, I've had a strong feeling for a while that I want one class. I want to teach all subjects. I like this age group. So the only possible choice I have is to move down to third. And I don't even know if there's going to be open spaces or if it's going to be a possibility, but it's definitely something that I've talked to my principal, my assistant principal about. I've told everyone on my grade level. I just feel really strongly about it. And so I know it's something that I really want to do. So that's where my head's at right now. I love fourth, don't get me wrong. But the thing I have learned is this math is turning into too many steps and it's getting too abstract. And I really love hands-on things. I did that so much when I student taught in third grade. There was time for that because it was more basic. It was the introduction to fractions. It was the introduction to multiplication where they need to manipulate things and get that physical movement on a number line still. And in fourth grade, like, I'm struggling to find the time. And yes, I know I can make it a center, but I just haven't had the time to do that either. Because I try to make my centers easy things that I don't have to change out and explain. And so, but I've graded more tests and I am going to get my things together now. Tomorrow is our math benchmark. It's actually called a check-in. It's an NC check-in. And I'm excited to see how the kids do because on the first one, we were in the top 5 in our county. So I'm interested to see how that goes because once again, there's a few things we have not covered yet. I tried to get my high kids this morning. Oh, I wanted to show you guys the videos I found. I don't know if I have or not, but I'll pull them right now. So on my Google Classroom, I have just a Google Doc and I've linked a video on angles and a video on triangles and then the IXL skills. I want them to practice after this and a lot of the kids were flying through this today, which is awesome. The video is from Math Antics and I'll put the links down below, but he's pretty funny and it goes through and really explains with pictures and colors and arrows, so it's super helpful. So there's one on angles that I have and then there's one on the triangles and then these are the angles and triangles standards here. So I'm actually not bringing home anything today because we have our benchmark tomorrow and then we're just doing research and science. So I'm just gonna grade during the benchmark, obviously after observing and everything, and I'm gonna enjoy my night off. I wish I showed you guys the before, but I mean, basically the wall was that color and we just painted it. What's it called?
Caribbean.
No, not Caribbean. It's like Cuban.
Cuban.
Cuban Plaza.
Yeah, Cuban Plaza.
Eggshell. Olympic. See, but I think it was
Olympic's the brand.
No, Olympic was not the brand though. Where's the sample? Because it was, see, it's a Valspar paint. I mean, the camera's kind of picking it up good. I think it's a little bit more rosy. It's weird to see not in person, but I think it looks really great. We used our tent as our tarp. And it was our first time painting a wall, so I think it came out pretty good. There's only like a little spot like down in that corner on this wall and a little bit mess up on the trim. But for the most part, it's very decent. So our couch is coming tomorrow. So it's going to go here, and then we got an ottoman, and then we got a blue chair that's gonna go here, a blue recliner that's a small recliner and you can't tell it's a recliner. And then I'm gonna have to get different things to make this color work with the rest of the furniture. We're going for a rustic farmhouse look. So now we have to clean up all this. Hey guys, I made it through Friday. Yes, made it through benchmarks. It was actually much better than the first one. The kids felt really good about it, and I could tell. We get their scores Monday, so I'm excited to see that. Right now I'm stuffing report cards. I have their grades and attendance in there, but I'm stuffing tutoring letters now because we're going to start at next week. So not next week, the week after that. So I'm just gonna do that and put a few things away and head home for the weekend. Report cards are complete. I did not get to do comments this time because I was late putting in grades because of the snow and I had kids making up work. So skipped comments this time. Wrote a few that were super important, but those are ready to go. And now I'm going to put my calculators up from the benchmark today and see what I need to bring home this weekend. Since I have a moment right now, I'm going through and putting my kids' Q2 scores in just so I can keep track and see if there's been any change to see who I really need to focus on this quarter, this coming week and quarter.